Hi everybody, Miss Curdy here, and today we're going to be talking about topics 16-2 and 16-3, which is the perimeter of common shapes. And we're either going to mix in sometimes where we have a side that is missing and we have to figure out what it is. So here's a quick little note. Remember that the shapes we'll be using have opposite sides that are equal or are going to have all equal sides. So we're just going to take a minute to review these shapes before we start finding the perimeter. So here I have a square, and notice how only one side of that square is labeled, but that's okay because we know something about a square. We know that all sides are equal. All sides equal. So if this is a 5, I've got a 5 on this side, a 5 on this side, and a 5 down here. Over here we have a parallelogram, which looks like someone took a rectangle and kind of pushed it over. Just like a rectangle has opposite sides equal, so does our parallelogram. So if we have 9 meters across the top, we have 9 meters on the side. And if we have 5 meters on this side, we know we'll have 5 meters on that side. All right, and down here we have a rectangle. We already know that our opposite sides are equal. So we've got 4 feet down here and 8 feet over here. And then over here we've got an equilateral triangle. We can look at this word equilateral, and equi kind of looks like the word equal, and that's actually exactly what it means. And lateral means sides. So for example, in rugby, we're only allowed to throw lateral passes, which is to the side. We're never allowed to throw forward, so equilateral means equal sides. So if we've got 6 yards down over here, we'll have 6 yards over here and 6 yards down here. All right, so now that we've reviewed those shapes and we've labeled up all of our sides, we are now going to go ahead and find the perimeter of these shapes up here. So we have a square here that has all sides equal, 5, 10, 15, 20. So I can add all of these up, or I can say we have 4 groups of 5, and I can think of it like multiplication and do 4 times 5. Either way, 5, 10, 15, 20. We have 20 centimeters, and we always want to write P equals 20 centimeters. So we know if we're talking about area or perimeter. All right, our next shape over here, again, I'm going to add all the sides. I'm noticing that if I do 5 and 5, I'll get 10, and then 9 and 9 is 18. 10 plus 18 is going to give us 28. So I can say P equals 28 meters, and I always label. Please pause the video now, solve these two, and then come back to check it with us. All right, over here I have 2 groups of 4, which is 8, and 2 groups of 8, which is 16. And when I add those two together, I get P equals 24 feet. And then over here I have 6, 6, and 6, so I know I have 3 groups of 6, and I can do that in my head, 18 yards. Okay, so again, perimeter, I'm just adding up the outside. Down here is a little bit different. I'm actually given the perimeter and I'm given most of the sides, but there's always going to be one missing. And here they're using an X to show that that's a missing side. That's the same as when we use like a question mark where we don't know what it is, or like a blank line. That X is just saying we don't know what that number is yet. So here I've got 8 plus 12 plus something is going to equal 30, and I have to find that missing number. So I know that 8 plus 12 is actually going to give me 20. So 20 plus what equals 30? I can use a little subtraction to figure out what that difference is. And when I do that, I come to know that the X equals 10 centimeters. And here to show that, we can say X equals, because that's our side length, and it's 10 centimeters. This is a very middle school thing to use, as we call these things variables. So we're going to start using those now. All right, over here again, I have a perimeter of 30, and now I have 3 side lengths that I know and 1 missing. So what you're going to do is pause the video, use the same strategy over here to figure this one out, and then meet me back here to check our work. All right, so I have 4 plus 9 plus 12 plus a missing number is going to give me 30. So let's figure out what I already have. 4 and 9 is going to give me 13, plus 12 will give me 25. And then I can do 30 minus 25 to figure out that x equals 5 meters. And now I know what that side length is. All right, so that is topic 16.2 and 16.3. We're going to find perimeters of shapes, or you're going to be given a perimeter and most of the side lengths, and you need to find the missing one. So have a great day and get started on 16.2 and 16.3.